And so if you're someone who's saying, well, I don't want to be eating too much sugar, so I'm going to be keto, or I'm going to go on a carnivore diet, or I'm going to, because we started this process talking about diets originally.
Yes,
And so people go on diets because essentially what they're trying to do is to slow down the release or the amount of carbs that they're eating,
yes,
essentially,
yes,
and or maybe fats.
yes.
So what do you have to say about people that are constantly having to find new ways of changing their eating habits and going on keto and going on carnivore and going on different diets to try and change their weight or their appearance?
Well, sometimes there might be a reason for somebody to go on a diet like that, and these people that get health benefits from, say, for instance, a carnivore diet.
Right.
And I can understand that because maybe they have a very sick microbiome,
Okay.
and they react. The microbiome has been abused for many years because of the processed foods and the excess sugars and stuff. And now by just eliminating all carbs, they feel better
Right.
because the broken mechanism of the blood sugar control is not being used,
Yes.
and the microbiome is reduced to a more simple form.
Right.
But for me, and I've got full sympathy with that, and I think it
Yes.
might be a good idea temporarily to do that in some cases.
Yes.
But it can't be a diet that you can sustain for the rest of your life, in my mind.
Yeah.
Because what's going to happen there is eventually going to start losing mineral.
Right.
It'll shift your mineral balance. You're not going to get all this amazing wide spectrum of minerals you get from all the different plant foods. We originally made to eat plants, the meat came later, so there's a diet called the GAPS diet, where people eliminate all fiber, they eliminate all carbs, and they start very simply on, like, for instance, ghee or butter, and a little bit of fats are used, then a little bit of meats added, broths and stocks, and it's a diet that's used to address autoimmune diseases. So the carnivore diet, in my mind, is very much similar to the GAPS diet. You're eliminating all the fibers, you're trying to address a specific problem in your body. And in some extreme cases, it might be worth it,
Right.
But always keep in mind that's not, I don't think you'll live out as long and as healthy as you would have if you can migrate back to plant foods again, slowly, and you always have,
Increasing that overall
yes,
health
yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah,
Yeah.
because nowhere did I find a blue zone that was carnivore,
Right.
and the blue zones, for me, that's a good place to look because they already proved the point. They live the longest and the healthiest.
And the healthiest. Yeah.
Just mimic them and you'll get the
Do
same
well.
results. Yeah, you can figure out later why it works. It just works.
Did they eat meat and or chickens and or fish? Did they eat
They do.
any kind of protein
They
like
do.
that in those?
Most of the blue zones do, but they don't eat it, I think, in the quantities that we do.
Right.
So they would, for instance, have to slaughter something.
Yes.
And they have this feast on the plain on the weekend where they have goat's meat or whatever.
Yes.
But during the week, they might not have meat on a daily basis.
Yes.
There'll be more lentils and pulses and lots of different variety
Right.
of plant foods.